DDI had a look at Woolworths as a brand, as they've been in the media quite a lot lately, and not from a positive perspective, more from a negative perspective. If we go back into history a bit, in 2012 we saw the ASA, which is the Advertising Standards Authority, rule against Woolworths in the Frankie's soda debacle. In late 2014 we saw the birth of the hashtag Boycott Woolworths, which was actually in relation to Woolworths trading with Israeli companies. The BDS started the movement and started the hashtag Boycott Woolworths against Woolworths in support of Palestinian rights. And what's interesting is there was a bit of a brand fail for the BDS, where they launched a billboard campaign and sort of put up all these billboards around the country, and they spelt Israel wrong on the billboards. So it was quite interesting that they were sort of taking on Woolworths and then sort of had egg on their face when they launched this massive billboard campaign. Then what we saw the brand do was quite interesting. We saw the brand bring on a brand ambassador, Pharrell Williams, quite a popular pop star and philanthropist. And it was quite interesting to me because they aligned their brand with Pharrell, and that was perhaps an attempt to sort of to blur the negative sentiment that was around the brand. Recently in the media, it was actually the 17th of November, we saw one of the customers that was in one of the Woolworths stores take a picture of a display that had, according to Woolworths, not been complete yet. And he likened it to a slavery image. And out of that was born the hashtag Woolworths must fall, obviously linked to the recent fees must fall. But what we did was we took Boycott Woolworths and we looked at it against the hashtag Woolworths must fall. And we found some quite interesting statistics. For instance, Boycott Woolworths actually outperforms the hashtag Woolworths must fall. When taking a look at the negative sentiment drivers, we also see that there's a stark difference in the gender. So in terms of Boycott Woolworths, we see it recently as 100% male. In terms of Woolworths must fall, we see it as a 50-50 split between male and female. We saw that Boycott Woolworths got exposure in Twitter as well as news media, whereas Woolworths must fall got exposure across Twitter, news media, Facebook and blogs. There was a lot of negative sentiment around this slavery perception, and in my opinion Woolworths actually reacted really well. They reacted very fast on their social media, they were honest, they were real, and they apologized for what they did. And I think any brand can learn from that. It's all about the speed, especially on social media as it's so instant. It's all about being real and you know, apologizing, owning up for something that, whether it was intentional or not intentional, it's about owning up and saying, sorry, we offended you. And I think Woolworths did that really, really well in terms of the slavery alignment that one of the customers made. And recently, on the 7th of December, we saw a story break on social media and then move across to news media. I'm not entirely sure if it's true, and Woolworths has said that they're investigating, but a customer took a picture of a chicken mayo sami that they bought and seemed to have found a condom inside the sandwich. So it's going to be quite interesting in terms of how Woolworths reacts. They did react when it got posted. They reacted very fast and did explain that they would investigate, which is one thing I take my hat off to for Woolworths, is that their response is fast and they're real with their customers, which is great.